Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into something we all just kind of take for granted, the vitamin aisle. If you take daily supplements, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to this one. Our source material breaks down the hidden science behind these supplements, and we are going to explore exactly why you might literally be flushing your hard-earned money down the toilet and how some pretty amazing scientific breakthroughs are completely changing the game.
So let's start with a question I know you've probably asked yourself while staring at the pharmacy shelf. Why on earth do some vitamins cost a mere 10,000 rupiah, like less than $1, while the premium brands can set you back over $1 million? Are we just paying for a shiny label? And here's a slightly gross but very relatable follow-up. Have you ever taken a vitamin and noticed a few hours later that your urine is neon yellow and smells intensely synthetic? Yeah. Our source identifies that dreaded neon pee as a glaring sign that your body isn't actually absorbing the nutrients. You're essentially buying incredibly expensive urine. Yikes, right?
Get this, for your standard bargain bin vitamins, the actual absorption rate can be as low as 20 to 30%. Yeah, you heard that right. That means up to 80% of what you're swallowing is going straight to your kidneys and right down the drain. This incredibly low efficiency rate is the ultimate biological problem that science really needed to solve.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to climb what I like to call the vitamin tech tree. We'll start with the absorption problem, move through Generation 1 pure acids, Generation 2 buffer tech, Generation 3 GPS vehicles, hit the sci-fi era of Generation 4 active nanomicelles, and finally, look at some advanced delivery solutions.
All right, Section 1, the absorption problem. This is all about your body's strict checkpoint.
Look, every single day your body needs 13 essential vitamins and up to 21 minerals just to run properly. But getting them into your cells, not that simple. Our source makes this great point. Your body isn't some simple oil funnel. You can't just pour stuff in and assume it immediately goes where it needs to go. Our intestines are highly selective. Every human body has a strict safety checkpoint system designed to block unrefined or potentially harmful compounds. So that price tag on a vitamin, it's rarely about the nutrient itself. You're actually paying for the sophisticated delivery vehicle designed to sneak past those biological guards and get into your cells.
Moving on to Section 2, let's look at Generation 1 pure acids. This is basically the Stone Age of supplements.
Think of Gen 1 as the raw, completely unrefined starting line. These are the vitamins you'll usually spot on the bottom shelf at the pharmacy. They use pure acid or coarse salt forms, like plain old ascorbic acid for vitamin C or zinc sulfate. Now sure, they're cheap and cheerful to produce because there's literally zero tech involved, but the impact on your body is harsh. Because they're pure acids, they can cause a lot of stomach upset, nausea, and bloating. Plus, they force your kidneys to work in overdrive just to filter out the massive amounts of unabsorbed waste.
Our source uses this absolutely brilliant analogy for this. Taking a Gen 1 vitamin, it's literally like trying to walk to your destination totally unprotected in a harsh acid rainstorm. The rainstorm being your stomach acid, by the way. You are going to get battered. But thankfully, Generation 2 comes along to give us a chemical raincoat.
Which brings us right to Section 3, Generation 2 buffer tech, or as we just called it, the raincoat upgrade.
So, the healthcare industry pretty quickly realized people couldn't handle the harsh acids of Gen 1 supplements every single day. We needed an upgrade. Enter buffer technology. Basically, scientists took that harsh pure acid and reacted it with minerals like calcium or sodium to neutralize the pH. The result? A non-acidic vitamin that is way friendlier to your stomach. No more nausea. But here's the catch. While this raincoat stops the stomach pain, it doesn't actually make you walk any faster. The absorption rate into your actual cells still isn't vastly improved. You're comfortable for sure, but you're still not highly efficient.
Now for Section 4, Generation 3 GPS vehicles, where we start targeting the cells directly.
Now this is where things get really cool. In Gen 3, science starts treating these nutrients like vehicles with built-in GPS. They use a process called chelation. It's basically a biological disguise. They bind raw minerals together with amino acids. And guess what? Our bodies absolutely love amino acids. So when this compound hits those strict intestinal guards we talked about earlier, your gut mistakes it for high-value food and just waves it right through for instant absorption. This is exactly why a Gen 3 compound like zinc picolinate is massively more potent than your basic zinc piclet.
Gen 3 is also when we get time-release technology. See, the biggest flaw with water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C or B complex, is that they completely flush out of your system in about 2 hours. You take a huge dose and poof, it's just gone. But with time release, you take it at hour 0, It releases gradually through hour 6 and gives you sustained, stable amine protection all the way to hour 12. It totally solves that rapid flush problem.
All right, Section 5, Generation 4, Active Nano Micelles. Welcome to the sci-fi era of supplements.
This right here is the premium tier. This is the stuff that costs top dollar, and for good reason. These compounds are biologically pre-activated. Take B vitamins, for example. The older generations forced your poor liver to work overtime just to convert them into something your body could actually use. If you're tired, your liver is tired, and those vitamins just pass right through. But Gen 4? It uses methylated vitamins, like methylfolate. They are fully pre-converted. They literally skip the liver's waiting line and act as ready-to-use biological fuel that your nerve cells can absorb the exact second you swallow them.
And then we have micellization. This is mind-blowing. Usually, fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K need dietary fat and an active gallbladder to be absorbed. Take them on an empty stomach? Total waste. But Gen 4 tech takes these molecules and breaks them down into these tiny nanostructures. This massive scientific leap literally allows fat-soluble vitamins to dissolve in water. They completely bypass the gallbladder requirement and go straight to work in your bloodstream.
Thinking about this incredible evolutionary path of human scientific progress is just wild. I mean, we went from the harsh 20 to 30% absorption of Gen 1 pure acids to the gentle buffer tech of Gen 2, leveled up to the high absorption GPS vehicles of Gen 3, and finally arrived at the maximum absorption pre-activated micelles of Gen 4 that bypass the digestive weight lines entirely. It's a complete game changer.
And that brings us to our final stop. Section 6, Advanced Delivery Solutions. Gen 4 Plus and beyond.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Buying all these fancy Gen 4 vitamins separately means you're going to be swallowing a mountain of expensive pills every single morning. Talk about pill fatigue, right? Well, our source highlights a fascinating category designed to solve this exact problem, the Advanced Nutrient Delivery System, or NDS. They actually look at a product called Total Swiss Phyto as a prime case study for this Gen 4 Plus tech, because it packs all these advanced mechanisms into one comprehensive system, rather than forcing you to buy a whole cabinet full of individual bottles.
The actual mechanics of this Gen 4 Plus system are wild. Think about traditional pills and capsules. They're solids, right? They have to be violently broken down by your stomach acid. If your stomach isn't in perfect shape, a lot of those nutrients just get destroyed. But this system uses a powder that dissolves instantly in water. Because it goes in as a liquid, it completely skips that grueling stomach breakdown phase. Within minutes, it's right there in your small intestine for rapid cell penetration.
On top of that, this specific breakthrough system utilizes phytolysis technology. Remember those stubborn fat-soluble vitamins we talked about? With this advanced Swiss standard tech, even slow-absorbing vitamins like vitamin A are delivered right alongside your active B complex and gentle vitamin C, all in a single glass. We're talking up to 100% absorption even if you drink it on a totally empty stomach. It is the definition of maximum efficiency.
So, to bring this whole scientific journey full circle, we started with Gen 1, where up to 80% of your money was literally being flushed away. But by climbing this tech tree all the way up to advanced delivery systems, we hit the ultimate goal of modern science: 100% absorbed nutrients and absolutely 0% wasted money.
Our source delivers this incredibly powerful quote, and honestly, I think it's the most important takeaway from this entire explainer. Investing in vitamins isn't about how many bottles you have on your dining table, but how much nutrition actually reaches your cells. I mean, they hit the nail on the head, right? Your health is just way too valuable for cheap experiments that your body can't even digest.
So I want to leave you with this provocative thought. When you take your supplement tomorrow morning, really look at the label. Hunt for those Gen 4 active ingredients and ask yourself, is your daily vitamin actually upgrading your cells, or is it just giving you incredibly expensive neon urine? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep exploring the fascinating world of nutrient bioavailability.